Hi, y'all. So, it's been a year since I did the wet bath concept, and I did my first little videos about building the floor and the shower rail. I've done a couple more little things, and I've had well over a year of using the L5 instant propane hot water tank. I'm saying that all wrong, but anyway, you know what I mean. This thing, this little EcoTemp L5. There, I got it out. So here's the deal. There's some things about this initial build that I love. The concept is great. It really works. Some of the nuances need tweaked, and I'm going to start doing that. But before I do it, I want to do a walkthrough with you guys about what does and doesn't work and why I love what I love and why I'm going to change a couple things up. All right? Here we go. Well, okay. Maybe I'll get dressed first because really and truly, y'all don't want to see me naked doing this one. All right? And we'll let my hair dry. Who knows what that'll look like, right? That's my hair.
I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I want. I can be what I want to be.
Here I sit in my bathroom. It's been almost a year since I did the remodel to make it a wet bath, and I really, really like it. I mean, like, seriously, I like it. It's easy. It certainly helps with use of space. I now have a kitchen, which I'll show you another time because it's kind of messy. We're just going to stay in the bathroom for this, okay? So I want to give you my pluses and minuses, the things I like, the things I don't like, the things that I am in the process of changing, and what I really think about it, okay? One, what I really think, I like it. It works. That's the biggie. It works. Let's start with the floor and work our way up. How's that? Okay, you ready? Here we go. So the floor, I had this Trex stuff. See all my dirt? We'll get to that in a sec. I had this Trex stuff that a friend had in their back pasture, and they said I could go get it and use it, so I did. One, it was free. That was great. Two, it's waterproof, which is also great. What I am not crazy about is I think I did my spacing a little too wide. That's a little bit of a issue when I'm barefooted and standing in there naked taking a shower. The Trex stuff, they're porous inside, which is good because they're really super heavy. And so a little bit of being porous means they're not quite as heavy as they would be if they were completely solid. But being porous like that also gives mold an opportunity to grow because the water is in the little holes and then, mold happens, right? So that's kind of not so great. I don't know what I would be able to do to fix that. I really don't. My good old Nature's Head composting toilet, which works great, and I love it. Whenever I clean it out, do the deep clean, I unhook it. I unhook it from the floor, and I put a trash bag down on the regular floor, and I pull it out of the tub and put it on the trash bag, clean it out. While it's out and out of the way, then I lift the Trex flooring up and I clean that area real well. One of the things that I've seen many times on our various Facebook schoolie groups is people talking about, then your floor's wet where you go in your toilet and you're sitting there and, everything is wet. The way I got around that was to fix my shower curtain. Let me get the towel out of the way. We'll come back to the towel part in a minute. The shower curtain goes between the toilet and the shower area, like this. I'm not really sure if you can see this, but the toilet is on the outside of the water. And that way it doesn't really get wet. And the floor right here where you stand, or where your feet go when you're using the toilet, that area stays pretty dry, which really works because, as you can see, I haven't cleaned it lately. As you can see, there's, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm not really sure. Can you see? There's some dirt down there. But it stays localized in this little area right in front of the toilet. So when it is toilet cleaning time and I move it out of the way and I move this Trex, I put it up on the side, I clean the Trex, I clean the shower basin area. What I do is get damp paper towels and I wipe up all that dirt. I don't let it go. I don't rinse it down into my, oh God, I touched my hair. Who knows what it did now. So that dirt that comes from my shoes doesn't go down into my gray water tank. All right? I wipe it up. It goes in the trash. That's it. The actual shower pan gets a little bit dirtier than it normally would, A, from my shoes and stuff, and B, from the drain from my kitchen sink. So I've got this hose that goes from the sink behind the toilet and underneath the wet bath flooring. You know, if it was just 3 inches longer, it would go straight to the hole, and I wouldn't have to worry about my black coffee grounds rinse out going onto the shower. But it's a space about that big that gets dark. You know, I live by myself. I don't care. If you get your panties in a wad, you're welcome to come wash my shower for me, okay? All right. So that's that. This works. This system works. My toilet, with it being on the outside of the shower curtain, it's not all wet, so I don't have to worry about coming in here and sitting down on it and getting a wet butt every time or whatever. It stays pretty dry, and the area where I take my shower, this works. I'm just telling you, it's working. So here's the things that I would like to change. Ready? All right, so one of the things that I really wanted, I wanted this kind of ceiling. I just love this tin print, this look. I really do. I ordered the stuff. It's from American Tin Ceilings. I think I'll add the link. It's really cool. I got the cheap untreated stuff, and right after I got the box, it was sitting out on the back of the bus, and we got one of those showers that was not in the forecast, and with the, like instant cloud, it just showed up and there it was, and it rained on the box. The inside of the box got just a little wet, just enough that this started rusting. And I tried to treat one of the panels to see if that would work, and it didn't. And I tried to sand it off, so I finally just said, it's got an interesting design, so I'll just go ahead and put it up here because I want to get it up here. And I had a short window of time where I could just do it, so I did it. Since then, I've gone, I'm not too crazy about the little rust stuff, so I've ordered some more. And I'm waiting for a couple of really nice days where I don't have 3 million other projects I need to do. And I'm going to redo the ceiling. One of the other things I'm going to redo is behind my L5 water heater is this wood wall that somebody else put in here in a play-like attempt to help me. Not really helping me. Anyway, I'm going to also put a piece of the tin behind this. So it's a couple day process. If I just did the ceiling, it would be a day. Get it out, cut the pieces, spray the polyurethane coating on them, let it dry really good, respray till it's really coated, and come in here and stick it up there. Bing, bang, boom. But I do want to do behind the L5. That'll be another little video I'll do for you guys later. Maybe later this week. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so that's the ceiling. Did I explain about the light? I can't remember. It helps a lot because this is an closed area, so there's a little bit of light coming in here right now. But at night, this is the black hole. There's no light that comes in here. And at night, a lot of times is when I'm taking a shower. So I added this little outdoor light. It's an LED. That's the word I was looking for. It's a little LED. Got it off of Amazon. I'll add a link. And it's, it makes it a lot easier. Turn that on. I can see. I don't have to worry about not being able to see, if I'm shaving my legs or whatever. I really don't want to do that in the dark. No, I don't. Not with that one leg. Let me talk about this now. Ready? Okay. So the L5, the EcoTemp L5 heater comes with a metal shower hose, and this is the shower head that it comes with, and which it works okay. This little on-off button here gets kind of stuck when there's plenty of water pressure behind it. It's really difficult to pull down, especially if your hands are soapy, especially if your hands are wet or soapy, most definitely then. So I added, and I also thought, man, what if that failed? Boy, that would be a horrific mess to have all this water in here. So I added this little thing. Now, this alone just slows the water down. In fact, let me move out of the way. All right, so this alone just kind of slows the water down. So if I open this up, see, it just leaks a little bit. And that's not the end of the world, but it's, yeah. I really would prefer this to be better, but the two-step piece I feel like really does work pretty well. So this is a lot easier to go up and down, on, off. I got a different shower head that was supposed to be this super great thing. All these RV people talked about it, and I tried it, and it was crap. So I went back to this. I did replace this hose because the EcoTemp one ended up rusting, and I had a leak down here that was just not good. Not good to have a leak. So got rid of that, put this in, have had no problems with that since then. You might remember this little thing where I did it part way to make a small space for the shower. I'm going to change that up. I'm not going to change it a lot because for the most part it works great. I can move it out a little bit further because my shower curtain, which needs to be rewashed or replaced, is obviously longer than the height of my floor to ceiling area. So it drapes over the toilet. Instead of draping like this, right? That's not that big a deal. It'll drape from like here over. And it actually will make it a little bit easier for me to just sit on the toilet when I want to shave my legs. Whatever. So I'm going to do that. The other reason I want to move it is, hang on, you ready? Because this is usually where I hang my towel to dry. Now remember, it's just me living in here, so it's not like I have to have a showcase 24/7. It's me. Hardly anybody ever comes in my bus, right? Just me. So this is where I hang my towel to dry. This is a handy place. That way the shower curtain's got plenty of room to do its thing. The towel has plenty of room to do its thing. However, y'all ready for this? Let's see if I can do it. If I'm sitting on the toilet, my towel comes right down the middle of my face. And that's starting to bug me. So if I move this out, just like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 inches. So it comes out to about here, right? That'll move my towel to beside my face instead of right down the middle at my nose. It's the little things, right? It's the little things. So I'm going to change that out. I'm going to do that when I do the ceiling. So I'm going to make it a 2 or 3 part process kind of a day. And I think while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and run to the hardware store and get the shorter screws so that I can also eliminate that, because that was one of my experiment things you might remember from my earlier video. And it works fine. So I think I want to clean it up so it looks a little bit nicer. That's about it, really. I'm trying to think of what else I need to tell you guys about the bath and the shower. That's really it. I keep my dirty clothes hamper in here. You probably saw that earlier. One thing I did figure out at the Tiny House Festival was that the previous dirty clothes hamper I had was a mesh one where you could actually see my dirty socks and underwear and shirts and stuff. The outside of the bus looks like shit still, and the inside of the bus still has a lot of unfinished look to it. But I have a full shower in my little bus, and that seems to be the big thing. So a lot of people came in and looked in my shower. And with the mesh dirty clothes hamper, I wrapped my shower curtain around it so people weren't looking at my dirty clothes. It seemed that invariably somebody reached in and moved the shower curtain out of the way just enough to see that it was my dirty clothes hamper. So I got this new dirty clothes hamper that's actually kind of cute. And I like it. And it fits with the theme of the rest of the bus with my red and white stuff. So it goes in there and it's just cheerful. And I know how silly that sounds to do something that's a simple little, I think it was $12 change. But when I'm laying in bed and I look towards the front of the bus, I also see inside my shower, because I never use this. This is my little dividing curtain, right? And I never use it. It's for if somebody else is in here and they feel kind of embarrassed to be in my little space to use the bathroom, then they can close it. I don't bother with it. But it's there for whatever reason, you know. There have been a few times where I've been someplace where I felt like somebody might be trying to look in the windows, and I can also shut that when I'm taking a shower if I want that privacy. What was I telling you? I forgot. Anyway, the little things that seem to make a difference, like having a cute dirty clothes hamper that sits in here in my shower and looks nice, it made a big difference. It really cheered me up. So I did it. And I like it, and I'm glad I like it. And also I can close it up so that if somebody comes in and looks at my bus, or I do another tiny house tour thing, I don't have to feel embarrassed because somebody could see my underwear. Yeah, I know how stupid that sounds, but it's true. So there you have it. All right. Hey, let me know if you got questions, okay? Really and truly, give me some input, because I've been living here for almost 2 years. And in that process, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the ergonomics of living in a small space. I've learned a lot about how messy I am, which is kind of a shitty thing to learn, but it's true. And I just love this lifestyle, and I want to share it with you. So if you're curious, if you're in the process and you're not sure about what you're doing, or you just want a different idea or take on something, holler at me. Let me know. Comments down below, okay? All right. I'll catch you later.